What's going on, guys, and welcome back to our Let's Play here on the Bedrock edition. Now today we are going to be working on hopefully a cow farm. We've got tons of cows spawning everywhere at the moment, which is making me wonder why we even need to bother building a cow farm. But I might as well go around and murder these because I'm actually running low on steak and cooked chicken is not the greatest food in the world. The hunger of it is about the same as the steak, but the saturation, it doesn't last nearly as long. Thank you. So yep, that just stopped us up a little bit. Now I'm going to quickly show you the progress that I made on our storage area, well our new storage area. Zombie having a little swim, why not? Now as you can tell instantly I got rid of all of the item frames here. We've only got one chest here that's actually got stuff in, and that's our sort of odds and ends chest of stuff that doesn't actually go anywhere in our new storage system, that you can't sort into the new storage system. But we can hop down here and I'll show you the sort of cosmetic changes that I've made. So instantly you can see I've sort of changed like this little hallway, a little bit of wood, wood log pillars going up and around. I've decided to put grass going along. We've got the grass pathway running along here, going up that way. Got it running down to here, this big area that was big and open. I've just started growing trees in for the time being. I may well be putting our cow farm around here somewhere. I haven't actually picked out a spot for it yet. Or we could actually probably build it off somewhere here and dig out an area for it, because this area is pretty ideal for growing trees in at the moment, and it's coming quite handy rather than having to run all the way to the surface. But yeah, as you can see, I've tidied it all up. I've done a complete wooden frame on it. I've done all the chests, so they're all sorted and organised. We've got the chests set out for all 6 types of wood, although that we're unable to get 3 types of wood. Swood? Yeah, swood. So we've done placeholders of just wooden sticks, just to fill in the gaps for the time being, just to ensure that nothing else gets lost in the system. As you can see, we're getting loads of sticks from where I keep on making them and not using them. I just throw them back in. But yeah, it's come quite in handy and everything's being organised as it should be. All the chests are sort of laid out as they're meant to be. So you've got all of our cobblestone. As you can see, we're full up of cobblestone now. So all the cobblestone and stone I've been pretty much throwing into here. Also gravel we've run out of room for already. Because, oh no, I've used up a ton of gravel using gravel for the minecart track. Now this minecart track just runs straight down to the spider spawner. It's not actually that far away. I've already done a bit of a preemptive work on for today's farm, because we're going to need a lot of wheat for breeding the cows. So I decided just to do 2 very basic, simple wheat farms just running along either side of the tracks. And I'll probably have that running the duration down, just as, I don't know, something to look at. I may actually implement a automatic harvesting system of having like water source behind with a piston that pulls up to push it forward, and maybe put some half slabs at the front. That's all things to think about, but nothing to be concerned about right now. But I've done like the wood facade around our actual storage system. We've got our main input chest. It's still running at the moment, making a load of noise, so we can turn it off. It's not actually sorting anything. Now I put a little door in here, framed it off again with some wood just to make it tie in nicely. This is just our access to get to our redstone. Now there is one change that I had to make from the last episode to this one regarding this actual sorter. And that is I had to put 2 redstone blocks just like this corner here. Because what was happening is that when this hopper over just underneath this one here gets pushed out to where this piston is, before it gets pushed up, if there was items say sitting in this hopper here, as soon as that one came forward it would drop into that one, then it would get pushed up, and then the next one come along, it would then go drop into that one, and then you just had a load of items being built up in this right hand side hopper. But whacking a couple of the redstone blocks here locks the hoppers as they get to this section here. It doesn't affect any of the other redstone circuitry nearby, which is quite a very quick and simple, easy fix for it. But because it's not actually running at the moment, it means that this lever won't be sorted. So now we can actually just throw that in, switch it back on. Is that going to be running? No, There we go. Now switch it on. There we go. So that's going to carry on doing its thing. It's been working a lot better than I ever expected it to. It works 100% all the time. The only bad thing about it is that there's no end point to the system for overflow. So to get something back out of the system, if there's no room for it, you sort of just got to clear an empty spot for it to be able to have somewhere to go. And eventually it will make its way around to that empty spot. But yeah, it's just one thing to consider if you fancy building this contraption in your world. Now we are actually going to need 3 buckets of lava. So let's just grab some more iron to make another bucket to head down to our... Oh, we're going backwards. Just down to our little mining shaft so I could grab some lava in preparation of building this cow farm. Now, yeah, I want to build a cow farm mainly so that we've got more than enough leather to then make the books to do the enchanting. Because at the moment, I don't really want to do diamond armor before I've got mended books on the go. And there's a farm that I'm probably going to be building in between this episode and the next one, and that's going to be a zombie XP farm. That is purely only to get... Which one's our working pick? This one. That's purely... Where would lava be, do you reckon? Because I've done this last time, didn't I? Under here. Yay, lava. I need the zombie farm purely to get potatoes in order to create a villager breeder, in order to do trading to get mending books, and because we've got no... I don't know why I covered that back up, like this is meant to be neat or something. I need... What was I saying? Yeah, we've got no villages in our map that we're currently on. And because we're not going out exploring looking for villagers at the moment, we're going to need a way of getting potatoes and or carrots, and I think the zombies drop them both as rare drops. So yeah, I'm going to have to whack an XP farm up using that, and they're a lot easier to deal with than our spider ones because there's no point me heading all the way over there for no reason. Yeah, zombies are a lot easier, and I'm fairly sure you get more XP from killing zombies than you do spiders. Like, I can have hundreds of spiders there, and it still takes me quite long to basically get up to level 30. From 27 to 30, it would take around about 30 or 40 spiders being killed before I reach that. But let's move on anyway, as time does tick. Now, where do we want this to actually be? I reckon that if we bring this down a bit, we don't want to bring it down too much, just so that it doesn't go up by 2 and then down by 2. So if we bring it down here, we top it up with grass. You know what, let's just bring it all the way down, like so. And then we're going to want, I say having it just about on... No, we don't want any dark spots, do we? So you have the actual farm around about here. Now I'm going to go ahead and clear out an area ready to actually build it, and I'll bring you back once that's done. Okay, so I've managed to clear out quite a bit of an area, which is hopefully going to be big enough. Fingers crossed. What else did I need to craft? I need a chest, and I've got hoppers on me. So we're going to be building our first little kill chamber to actually murder the cows once they're fully grown. It's going to be 3 wide. So let's get our chest down. So just about there. And then 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to want our 3 dispensers facing into there. Is that right? Oh, no, we want to move that back by 1, don't we? That's how comes I made the extra hopper. So we grab that. Yep, that's fine. And then we want some decent looking blocks on us. So let's grab a stack of stone bricks. Put that there, put that there, there. And then we just want to wrap that up like a so. And then from here, I'm not sure if we should have glass on this one or not. Just so that we can see them. And we want this to be at least 2 high. Just like that. And then we want a little bit more room, please. So then here, we want some repeaters. I think you face them directly into dispensers. I've forgotten an observer though, so let me grab that sapling. Let's go over to our storage room. We've got any observers already made? How have we not got any observers already made? So grab some of you. Nether quartz. Thank you. And I do believe it's cobblestone. Let's grab some of you. Yeah, that's one thing you've got to make sure with this storage system is that you do have to fill every single slot in after taking something out. Just to be on the safe side, just make a bunch of observers, just so we've got some spare. And then this is going to activate and deactivate our lava. So, probably going to have to do it one further out, aren't we? We have an observer facing there with a repeater, which I did already have on my hotbar, facing there, and then let's clear that. Did not mean to break that block up there, but whatever. Some more stone bricks on us, and we're going to need a button. Thank you. And then, oh, come on, give me some room, will ya? Okay, let me just make sure that all lights up. That'll read that. And did I seriously just use all of my redstone dust making them? Yes, I did. And back to our storage room we go. Sorry about that little cut there, guys. I accidentally yanked the cable out of my headset without realising. So I ended up talking to myself for about 5 minutes while I was doing stuff, which is always fun to realise after you recording. But as you can see by the little jump cut, I have made a little bit of progress here on the front facade of our new sort of slaughterhouse that we're building. I may actually just enclose this area. I don't know yet. But we are definitely going to need a little bit more room to work with, so I'll show you what I've done because I'm not too sure how much of that last clip that I can actually show before the sound cut out. But what I have gone ahead and done is that I've just done a little button, going to an observer block or going to a repeater, which is then being read by the observer block. And then we just want to go run some redstone dust from here, not on top, just round to these repeaters here. So that way it will send 2 pulses, 1 and then 2. And then that should be just enough time for our lava to be dispensed and then taken back in to kill the cows once they're fully grown. So let's go over here, let's fill these up, just like so. And then that way, okay, yeah, that looks fine. That should be just enough time to actually kill them off. So that is all happy. Let's put a torch over here just in case. Now we actually want to build our breeding chamber. So have we got the stuff and things on us to build that? I've got some stone bricks here. Let's say I want it to be at least 3 wide. So 1, 2. I want it to come out at least 1 further over here. So then that is going to come down to there. Let's just like a line over to that. Sorry about that. Then we want to funnel them down the middle. So build up the sides a little bit. And then let's just build up these sides. Some more stone bricks, thank you. Okay, so that's going to be our wall. Coming across like that. That looks decent enough. And then you just make sure that everything's right. I think we may want this to go back by one more. I know it's very dark. Let me throw some torches up just so you guys can see. Now we want to get some signs in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's right. I think we want to take this back by one more. Which is going to break all of these signs. There we go. Let's clear this area out. It's looking a bit better. Just so that we've got more than enough room to work with. Let's fill in these gaps that we've accidentally busted for no reason. And stone bricks back on us. And then we want to bring this up. I know this looks extremely big for a cow farm, but it's mainly just so there's enough room, well, eating is loud, so there's enough room for us to get about and actually to breed them. And I need enough room to be able to do the water streams underneath to funnel the baby ones out. 4, 5. Nice. And then we should have ice on us to save us having to deal with buckets of water. And that's going to go straight down. So we also need a sign just there. And then that will funnel all the baby ones out down to that little kill chamber, just so that then they can't get back up. And then we want water either side. Water. Sorry if I don't pronounce my T's, but yeah. Let's break all of that. And do that. So that way all the babies will then get funneled down to the middle, pushed along down into the kill chamber. And now we just need to build our breeding chamber. So let's just get up a little bit. Thank you. Now the way that we actually want to build this is... oh wow, we're definitely going to need a bit of room up here. Let me grab the right tools for doing this stuff. Okay, I think I've cleared enough room now. So we can bring this over. And really, I missed that jump. So bring that over to say about here. Now we're going to want this to be at least 3 wide, and we're going to be using glass panes. So 1, 2, 3. Let's make it 5, just so that there's enough room for them to move around. 5, because obviously we're going to want quite a few of them sitting in here. So that is that done. Then we are going to want, I do believe we want glass panes going all the way around, but we're going to want it 1 higher. So let's get some more stone bricks on us. Then we're going to want glass panes coming around. Then there. I think we're going to run out of glass panes, aren't we? And yep, I'm like one short. Okay, let me hop down here. Hop over here. There we go. Grab another 32, should be more than enough. Can we get in there? Yeah, we can. Okay. Oh, and we're back in the water. I really should have left the water stream till the last thing. Okay, and really? How many times I'm going to miss this jump? There we go. I think we're actually going to need a little bit more breathing room yet again. So give me 2 secs to clear this out. So I've cleared out a little bit more room. Now it wasn't glass panes around the edge that I needed, it was actually full blocks, either glass or normal full blocks. So swapped them out for full blocks. We've got to get rid of that bottom layer, because what's going to happen is that we're going to have another set of glass panes sitting directly above this line here. Get rid of that bottom layer, be able to breed the cows for the babies to then drop into the water, and then they'll get funneled through. But to be able to get some cows down here safely, I'm going to have to drop them in from the surface. And just to ensure that they don't actually die, I'm just going to put a water source down here. I'll get rid of that once they're down here. I'm going to have to make it just high enough that they can't actually then jump out of the water source, out of the actual breeding pen. Now I'm only going to need a couple of them in here to begin with. So let me just do that and review. And then we're actually going to have to dig up to the surface. Hopefully we're somewhere relatively safe on the surface. Let me grab some normal blocks on us actually. Hoping that I don't like dig up into my storage room or something. Not my new one, but I mean my old one, because I know that that's somewhere higher up this way. Okay. We seem to be relatively close to the surface. Oh, well this is not an ideal spot to be able to get cows to fall down. But luckily it wasn't underneath the water. That would have been really, really difficult. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get some cows down there, breed them up a little bit, and I'll bring you back once I've tidied it all up and we've actually got a functioning farm. Okay, so I've cracked on and done quite a bit more. I've completely filled out our wheat fields. I've done a lot more harvesting of the wheat, so we've got enough to do all the breeding that I need to do. I've also gone around and tried to get rid of as many torches as possible, as you can see. I put glowstone up here underneath trapdoors instead of torches. I hidden a bunch more of the jack-o'-lanterns underneath the leaves. I got rid of our little budget tree farm that was in the centre. I'm not too sure what to do in the centre, which is how come there's still torches there. But yeah, what I did go ahead and do, I carried on the grass going towards the cow farm. I've completely done the facade of it. It's extremely loud because there's like stupid amounts of cows in there at the moment. I've done the pathway blocks going along up to it, and I sort of just neatened it up along the walls. I just widened it by about 1 or 2. I kept the same sort of shape as the cave does go, and then we've got a little stairwell that leads up to our breeding section. So this is where I drop the cows in. I still need to sort of replace all the walls in this area, and then here is just where you sort of spam the wheat going along. But what I will do with you now is do the first harvest, because I did breed up a ton of them. There's around about 25 or 30 in here, and yeah, by the looks of it there is no mob cap limit. It'll just keep on breeding as long as you want it to. I've got a half slab in it. I've got 4 steak and 4 leather where I've done a quick test run on it, so let's quickly hit that. Then all of these guys should die, and then let's just see how much we get from that. Let's let it all just roll in. Not not too bad, considering that it's not looting or anything. Come on, I want to see the steak coming. It's at 44 bits of leather. I think when you kill them from cooking them, you only get around about 1, maximum 2 bits of leather from each one. So there was at least around about 30, maybe 40 cows there. And I think that 1 or 2 of them may have died while the larva was still out. But I'll have to keep an eye on that. And the steak is still coming in. Not too bad. Just over a stack and 10. And that was just from 1 harvest. That's like 1 harvest of the wheat, I mean. And that wasn't even a full harvest. Like, all that I do is that I just run around here. But one bad thing about doing this is that because there's so many cows packed in there, on a rare occasion you will get a baby that will pop up here. And like, you can just walk around this glass pane thing, just look down, and you just keep on spamming left trigger. And because there's so many in there, that it's only around about, I think it's about a 60-second cooldown before you can breed them again, which isn't too bad. So you could spend around about 4 or 5 minutes just walking around this little thing, and then this eventually they'll start eating the wheat again. This is their cooldown period apparently. There's one. It's a little bit boring just watching me walk around and circle around the cows, but yeah, that's pretty much the cow farm done and dusted, which I'm quite happy for. And how many have we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there at the moment, which means there definitely should be a lot more in here that can be bred. I don't know if the babies are still getting stuck underneath, but now look, as you can see, they're all ready to be bred up again. Give it another little whirl. Then let that little group fall down. Yeah, and then all you do, I just do that usually until I run out of wheat, and then I'll just let them grow up. They take about 20 minutes or so to grow up, and then they're ready to harvest again. So it's not too bad. A very quick and simple sort of build. It didn't take me too long. It took me around about is what I'm trying to say. Around about 15, maybe 20 minutes to build it. After it took more time to dig it out and to get the cows down here than it did to actually build the entire thing. And redstone behind the killing mechanism is just a cinch. And this breeding section, there's no dispensers with water. It's just literally, because it's a 5 wide gap, and because there's so many cows there, you can just sort of like walk your way around and they will just breed up, because they'll all start moving places, so then you can access them more. But it's extremely loud and annoying after being here for a little while. So I'm quite happy that it's actually built a little bit away from the areas that we're going to be mainly in. Now, well, I think we're going to want to branch off in this direction next, because that direction has led to sort of a dead end. So that's going to be like our one and only farm in this area probably. We have got a section that branches off up there, but I think we could probably, you know, how many high is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you reckon that we could just whack like a slime block launcher just there? Let's quickly have a look at that. And that's going to do it for today. Now, in between today's episode and the next episode, I am going to go ahead and crack out a zombie XP farm, just so that we, in order to get some, well, hopefully to get some potatoes and or carrots. I can't remember what they dropped, to be honest with you, off the top of my head, but I know that we definitely need one of them to be able to start trying to get villagers and then start villager breeding. And I need some more dirt, because I really need to get some mending books, so then I can get some decent armor on the go. Let's grab some of you, and then say mob drop chest. Let's just grab some gunpowder, and then make some room for the slime balls. Nice. And then this I think has stopped, so turn that back on. And then that obsidian is just going to go round in a loop until I find it somewhere to go. Throw all of these bits and bobs in there. That button has nowhere to go either, so I need to make room for that. Furnaces have nowhere to go, I don't think. And the slime block does nowhere to go. Mob drop. Let's just do that. Okay. Yeah, so in between this episode and next one, I'll crack out AXP farm, so then we've got the sort of the foundation work ready to hopefully, because I'm going to end up having to obviously transform villagers from zombie villagers in order to then start breeding them to then start getting the proper villager breeder up and running. But I'll sort of work out the details of that in between the episode as to where it's going to be going, and hopefully get the zombie XP farm done up, and I'll give you a quick show of that, of my progress. Either that or I'll probably start off next episode with a time lapse of it. I'm not too sure. It's all up in the air at the moment as to what I'm doing, but hopefully you enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully I didn't go on too much again as I usually do. But yeah, I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.